has everything.
Bumping and banging.
It is going down, ladies and gentlemen. It is beautiful in here.
Yes, it is.
Best believe that. Oh, yeah, and Roselyn Sanchez is here, too. Let me tell you, Roselyn Sanchez,
Yes.
and, you know, it's talent, it's everything, beautiful, but you look amazing in person.
Oh, my God. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was complaining that I had no makeup.
Man, well, you...
Natural beauty.
Yeah, and that's the same way I go, too. You know what I'm saying?
When I don't wear makeup, people are like, "Why have you been crying?"
No, you
But
stop
I'm
that. You stop that. It's like a Latina get down up in
Yes,
here.
it
bro.
is.
I'm like, any, meeny, miny, mo. Hello. Best believe that.
That's the way to do it,
Yeah,
baby.
well, call my wife, ask her if I could just hang out with y'all. You know, but first off, I gotta say thank you for coming in and hanging out with us.
course,
Thank
of
you, and
course.
make sure that mic is right there to you because we
Let
want
me
to hear
get
exactly
close. There you
what's
go.
going down. Devious Maids. Now Nina Chantel. Nina came up in here also. Nina wondering why she not on the show.
Well, I should be in this show. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a huge fan of Devious Maids.
Thank you. Thank you.
Made for Mondays on Lifetime
Go
at
ahead
9
now.
p.m.
Oh!
on Mondays. That's what I watch.
Is it appointment watching for you?
It is. It's DVR because I used to revolve my life around it on Sundays, and
Oh,
I was
wow.
mad when it moved to Mondays. But the
did.
next season, we all followed, and my family got all hooked, and everybody's hooked in Chicago
that
as well.
awesome?
You know what's
That's
crazy?
awesome.
And you know, at one point when Devious Maids first hit, it was you get the what's going on? We can't
Yeah.
be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it seemed like that kind of, once the show got its legs, it's like, okay, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because you know what happened? People were criticizing before even watching the
Right.
show. They saw the title, Devious Maids. Why are they playing maids? This is so stereotypical. And they had no idea what the show was about. One, it started airing, and everybody realized it's fun, it's comedy, it's actually beautiful, 5 strong, beautiful Latinas. It's like
Hello.
our point
Yeah.
of view of society, basically. Then everybody was like, oh, it's not that bad. It's actually very funny.
Right.
It's funny and it's dramatic, and there's always like, oh my God, it just ended. But Roselyn Sanchez plays Carmen Luna. Do it, Luna. And she's a diva who is a sassy little maid who like doesn't do work, and she's a complete bia, and she's the greatest one of the group.
Go ahead
know.
now.
I love it.
And character-wise also, man, you aspire to be something else. You know what I'm saying?
I want to be a star.
Right.
I want to be a singer.
You know what's crazy about that is everybody now want to be a singer anyway.
Exactly.
Everybody
You
want to
see?
be in the business.
So it's
you know
realistic.
What I'm
My
saying?
storyline is realistic.
I'm like, if we're all on stage, who's gonna be in the audience? You know what I'm saying?
But you know what, Roselyn, if I can call you that.
Go ahead now.
Tell me.
But
me
don't
just-
call her Timothy.
Look, let me just ask you like this, because you said like, yeah, that's what you want to be in the show, and as Big was saying, everybody wants to do that, but
Yeah.
your character goes the extra mile to get there.
Yeah.
In real life, what would you actually give advice to women in general? Like you had to sleep with somebody on the show, and remember they took
that
you
was
back.
sad.
Yeah.
I didn't like that part. I was, come on, writers, don't do that. But listen, I can't judge the character. That's the way that I think when I'm as an actress, because there's so many things that I will never do that, but I can judge. So that was a little tricky for her to do that. I think Carmen. She's crazy, and I think her heart is in the right place, and she's a wonderful character, but she's so ambitious, and she wants to prove to herself and to the world that she can do it because of her past, that she gets a little blinded sometimes. And my advice to girls is don't get blind.
Right.
Have a clear vision. I'm all about being ambitious and being strong and being independent, but this business is brutal. So
Yeah,
you
it
have to
is.
really pick your battles, because at the end of the day, you want to be able to look at yourself in the mirror.
And and anyone that know how I move radio stations, they came and got me. I didn't sleep with anyone. Not this time. Not this deal. You know what I'm saying? Now, a couple of the deals I had to go ahead and knock down a couple people. But this one,
You did it.
I can hold my head up, not high, but just like this. You know what I'm saying? Just like this. Now, Roselyn, we know that you were supposed to be with the Miss USA pageant.
Yes.
And you dropped out of that for great reasons.
Yes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And not that it's something that you got to overthink, like, okay, I got to get, like, immediately, did you know, like, when Donald Trump made those remarks, did you know, like, oh, okay, I can't be?
You know what? It's interesting. I was in Puerto Rico when it happened, and I remember that I emailed my manager for the Latin market immediately, and I was like, listen, this is a problem. I'm assuming Univision is going to take a stance because it doesn't make any sense. It's almost like a joke.
Yeah, like early
Like,
on,
is
you
this
knew.
for real? And I said, I'm not comfortable. I need to pull out. And then and I have it all documented. And my manager said, you know what? You've been announced. You have a commitment to Univision. So let's wait to see what they're going to do before you just flip out and say, I'm out of here, right? So we waited like 2 or 3 days. We were still waiting on Univision. Then finally, like at midnight, I was looking at Twitter and I saw J Balvin, the Colombian singer, that pulled out.
Yeah.
That he pulled out. And then at midnight, I emailed my manager saying, I'm out.
I heard that.
I don't care what Univision is gonna do. I'm out.
Had you ever met Donald Trump before?
No,
As
I
far-
haven't.
okay.
I haven't. And then the next morning, he said, it's midnight. It doesn't do anything for you to announce it now. So tomorrow morning, first thing in the morning, just write it, whatever you're gonna say, and put it out. And I did. I was shooting in Atlanta, Devious Maids, and it was like 7 a.m. And I composed a whole statement in Spanish.
Hello.
And I sent it. And then like an hour later, Univision pulled out. So it was even better. That they also...
So you had stepped away even before Univision.
They knew that I was going to step away. They
Right.
just wanted me to wait before I was going to throw the bomb, basically, saying that I'm out, And then immediately after they're out, and Christian de la Fuente was out. And
With
we all...
his fine self.
Go ahead.
Woo!
He's
But
beautiful, I know.
I have to commend you on being a strong woman like that. Like you always, in order for you to take a stance, regardless, it's for your beliefs. And he just asked you if you ever met Donald Trump. If you were to run into him, what would you say?
Oh, okay, got to take them earrings out, huh?
Hold these, please.
That's earrings and Vaseline. That's when you got to knock that wig off his head or whatever's up
They
there.
were gonna fight, and it's so funny because my lawyer kept saying when he read the statement, and I translated the whole thing. He doesn't speak Spanish, and then he wanted to fix it up a little bit and then send it in English. And then he said, what? He likes to fight. He's gonna come out and say something mean. You have to be prepared for whatever. And he's like, he's not gonna say anything. He doesn't even know who I am. It's fine. I don't care. And if he does, whatever. And the only thing I believe he said was that he didn't hire me or Christian de la Fuente. It was all Univision. He didn't know who we were. I'm like, of course you don't.
Whatever.
But you
Yes,
know now.
he does.
Hey, man.
But
That's
you
what
know
he-
now, baby.
He has a pass, no pass anywhere pretty much in the world right now. It's like he live in this bubble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And at some point from wherever you are, from the so-called bottom to the top, like we watching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there is absolutely nowhere you can go that somebody's not going to want to reach out and touch you. You know what I'm saying? Like no, and I'm thinking that, and that's why when it first came out the speech, I was like, man, that could be somebody's next president of the United States
Isn't
of
that
America right
unbelievable?
there.
Yes,
And
and he
then-
believes that he's gonna be. That's why he's so delusional. It's interesting because what makes me not even mad. What is disappointing is you're a highly educated figure. If you know that you did something wrong, because clearly you're smart. When you went back to bed that night, you probably thought, that was a little rough. I shouldn't have done that, right? All we wanted was a simple, it was the wrong use of words. I'm sorry.
Say something.
Say something.
Yeah.
Don't try to change things about the los tratados, ¿cómo se dice? The treaties with Mexico and the corruption.
Right.
Don't
We
try to
know
make
all
it about that.
We
Yeah.
know that, but that's not what you said. You were
Right.
talking about something else at that moment. Just own it, and maybe the Latino community we're gonna go, oh, okay, then he feels a little shitty about that.
Right.
Yes.
But he doesn't.
But it wasn't even like a play on words where it was like, okay, yeah, he probably said the wrong way. It was like direct.
Yeah.
You know
And
what I'm
came
saying?
out later and said what I said was true,
Right.
and
Said
even
was
backed
true.
up his ignorant comments.
It's really sad. It's sad. But I'm gonna tell you something. I saw a little bit of Miss USA yesterday. It was a beautiful pageant. The girl is exquisite.
Right.
So Reels, the network picked it up, and the show went on, and good for them.
I heard that. Well, do Donald Trump fuck him? There it is right there, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all stick around your radios. Roselyn Sanchez, definitely want to thank you for coming in and hanging out with
course.
us. Show
Thank
you right.
you.
And
Thank
it was
you.
it was a pleasure to see you in here.
Thank
You
you.
could have did a phoner, but you didn't.
I did.
You know what I'm saying?
I wanted to see you.
Thank you. Oh, you stopped that. Now that she came in, she's like, ugh.
No, I haven't seen you in years. I think I met you
I think
12, 15 years ago.
Well, yeah, I was probably a kid then. Yeah. It couldn't have been when I was on radio. You know what I'm saying? Probably when we did Sesame Street together, right?
I remember I was very young.
I remember I was like, so what do you want to be when you grow up? You was like, an actress. And I was like, well, you know what? You be what you want to be. No, it's a pleasure. When I walked in, she was like, "Big, you don't have a makeup artist?" I was like, no. She was like, man, here, take this number. You need one. Yeah. She was like, man, she did come in. She looked at Louis. She was like, man, I'm glad you guys do radio.
Oh, I did.
Can you imagine Roselyn Sanchez if that was your leading man? You had to kiss him.
I love him.
Oh, hilarious! But she's an actress. You know what I'm saying? She was delivering a line.
That was good.
Yeah. She was like, "Sides, what's my line?" Oh, I love him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Thank you for putting him 2 seats away.
Yeah. You see, I had to move his seat. He usually sit right here. But it was one of those things where even when you came up for us to book you, he was like, Big, are we going to do the interview? And I'm like, man, like you usually don't come and ask.
That's funny.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead now. Yeah. And it's crazy because there's not a lot of women he like. Now, any man we bring in, he's on him. But it's got to be a specific woman.
You know what, Big? Roselyn, I just have to tell you, as a woman, as a Latina female, I want to thank you for representing all Latina women in a positive manner.
Oh, yeah.
When you're playing a role, you really do that role and you do it well. It's very believable, which makes an actress amazing. But as a person and an advocate of things that are important in this world, you do it well. And it's an honor to meet you. And from Latina to another, you have to give props where props are due. And so I have to tell you, you're beautiful inside and out.
Thank you. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much.
Go ahead now. She stopped your action.
Damn it.
We was almost right there. Yeah. She made sure she put on her bigger wedding ring today. You know what I'm saying? Let me ask you this, Roselyn Sanchez.
Yes.
Look at Louis.
Yeah,
Yes,
look at me.
let me look at
How
you.
many beers?
Oh, I don't drink, so no beers. No
There
beers.
we go.
How many tequila shots?
Not even gonna happen.
I don't drink. No,
No.
he's a handsome man.
Yes.
No, I'm talking about Louis here. This
Yeah,
one
that's
here.
me.
Yes.
She's talking about me.
Yes.
Oh my God, you are so
A
nice.
handsome Latino.
Stand up for her, at least.
Stand up.
I am
Oh, you're
standing
standing up. How tall are you, Roselyn Sanchez?
I am 5'5", but at the moment
okay.
5'9".
Yeah, I'm like 5'4" and a half.
With
There you
heels
go.
on.
With heels on.
With your heels on.
I dated a short guy once.
Once.
How was it?
Yeah. She
He
was
was
3.
beautiful, but
was short.
I couldn't use a lot of heels, and that was a little aggravating.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
I wore tennis shoes to my
But I
prom
love
because my
you
boyfriend was
anyway.
short.
And when you dated the short guy, he was short, and what were you, like 14? It was like height. Right? You ain't dated no short man since then. You know what I'm
I
saying?
did it. I haven't.
Louis, is it hard to get women though? Like,
course
No, not
not.
really. No, I'm good.
Of course not.
I'm talking about without
I
it
do like-
being. I'm talking about without it being tax time and you paying and all that. Let's just say actually
it's-
walking up to a lady.
It's a struggle.
It is. huh?
Oh, it's
All right.
I love that.
You don't have any like low self-esteem homegirls you
Yeah,
can hook
what's
them up
up?
with?
I don't want him to be with a low self-esteem girl.
Those are my favorites.
You don't want that.
I love
Man,
it.
Roselyn Sanchez, you are great energy. I'm gonna tell you straight up,
Oh, my
man. You're
gosh.
too nice and too beautiful to actually be in this room. That's why we keep extending the interview. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta go. I gotta go.
Big. Keep it going.
Devious
Gracias.
Maids Lifetime Monday nights. Make sure you guys go check it out. I appreciate you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for coming in and hanging
Of
out with
course.
us. It is a beautiful day, man. Y'all stick around, y'all radios. Big boy.